Hi everyone, this short video is going to teach you how to format your assignments. We're going to be talking about the basic formatting guidelines you'll need in this class, how those relate to audience needs and expectations. We're going to talk about why you need to use MS Word for this course when you're submitting your final projects, and also I'll walk you through how to format everything in MS Word. So let's talk a little bit about formatting guidelines. And I just want to be clear that there's a difference between academic essays and business and professional writing. With academic essays, you're going to have double-spaced, indented paragraphs, no space between the paragraphs. You're going to use a heading that gives personal identifying information. You'll put page numbers on your work. You're going to be using a required font and font size depending on the assignment, and usually you're going to be using 1-inch margins. So why do we need to format our essays and our other projects in this way? One of the biggest reasons that you need to follow this formatting is because academic essays have a very specific audience. And that's usually your professor who is evaluating and giving you feedback on the essay. So by double spacing, you are allowing room for comments and proofreading marks. Single spacing doesn't really allow any extra room for your professor or other readers to comment on the writing. Indented paragraphs are a clear, visible, and visual indication of where your paragraphs begin and end, so there's no confusion about where your next idea starts. We don't use spaces between paragraphs because with the indentation, an extra space is unnecessary. Your heading with personal information is going to ensure that you receive proper credit. That's going to include your full name, the course, the assignment, and usually the date. This is especially important in on-campus classes where you might be handing in a paper version of the assignment. It ensures that if it gets misplaced, it can be returned to the correct professor. We're going to be using page numbers because they allow for reference and clarity. It makes it a lot easier for your reader to tell where they are in the argument and also to refer to certain pages as they give you feedback if those page numbers are listed. The required font size is for a couple different reasons. First of all, it's for readability, just so that the person reading and evaluating your work is ensured that the font that you're using is not a difficult font to read on a screen. But the other reason is it really ensures fairness of evaluation. Different fonts have different sizes to them, so someone using a very large font might end up writing far less, whereas someone using a font that is naturally smaller would end up having to write a lot more just to meet the page length requirements. And finally, those 1-inch margins are also important because they're going to allow room for comments without overwhelming the text on your page. So the next thing we're going to talk about is why you need to use MS Word. You can use Google Docs, you can use any other text-based software to write or to work on your papers, but I would suggest and really recommend that you submit your final drafts using Microsoft Word. All students at the college have access to Microsoft 365 so that you can get free access to the online platform of Microsoft Word. And the reason that we need to use Word is that Blackboard's grading platform works best with Microsoft Word files. It will accept some other file types, but some of those file types will end up being not readable, so that when I go in to evaluate and grade, I'll get a blank document, which I can't grade. And other text files or PDF files don't actually allow me to leave in-text comments, so I can't really give you the quality of feedback that you might need. So that's kind of the overview for how you're going to format your assignments. Click through on the next video so that you can see me walking you through how you can set up a Microsoft Word document.